Gemini. What up, Gemini? This is Tiffany with another May reading for you. This is the Feminine Inquisition. We are going into what you need to know regarding the full moon in Sagittarius. That is your opposite sign, and that happens on the 31st of May. There is already a reading up for May if you're into that. And that was just a blanket, what do you need to know? This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, and any or Gemini placements that you're into and checking up on. We're starting with the wild unknown, and let's get into it. If something here resonates for you, do let me know. What does Gemini need to see? What will they complete? What will they release? Show me, please. 6 cards from the top regarding the full moon in Sagittarius, May 2026. Right. 10 of Wands, 5 of Cups, the Devil. Fuck that. Really? So intense already. Let's put in the second row. Hierophant, the Son of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands, and the 6 of Pentacles with the 2 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So, as always, you're in a mixed position, right? The cognition, the coherence, the cohesiveness of the Gemini mind is the wisdom of contradiction. And I say this with love because I am a Gemini moon. The 10 of Wands to the 5 of Cups. This has been a heavy burden of wish you would have seen it play out differently. And the Devil constantly tells you that it's something that you did that could have put it in a different way. It's a lie. It's a bold-faced lie. I'm not going to ridicule you or criticize you and tell you that you're lying to yourself. No, it's your conditioning. It's your fears. It's your upbringing. It's your culture. It's self-loathing. It's sadness. It's loneliness, etc. Something that you cared about. Someone that you may have received energy from and connected to and felt responsible for. Now, in this stage, is not necessarily someone that you can gain access to, talk to, feel warm with. And you're, in general, quite worried, quite alienated, and quite tired. You're tired because there's not enough human element here. With the Hierophant to the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is very impetuous, childlike, and petty. But because he's playing with fire, it's not petty consequences, they're grand consequences. When you play with fire, you get burned. And there are careless ways in which this person or this event or this entity, this organization, if we're talking about something that you are part of in terms of a larger group, whatever it is that you are up against, you've been up against for some time, the way in which they deny, the way in which they stop, project, regulate, dominate. Just imagine the patriarchy, right? Like, there's a very structured approach to saying no, and the very childlike pettiness as a mechanism that runs behind it. So this is like the kind of persona that justifies their childish and bratty behavior, their selfishness. This is someone who, creates a fight with violent communication, but then blames you for your reaction. And it's not you. But the 6 of Pentacles is here, and I don't know what that means here. Positioned under the Devil, maybe as a hope, something that you're fixated on and obsessively considering and wishing for. It's to balance out with this person. Maybe you wish to run into them on a daily basis. Maybe you go to places where you can run into them in the environment. This is the only pentacle that we have on the table, and it is the day-to-day. It's also the body, And it also has to do with like consistent approach or consistent maintenance of material things, including your body. So the question remains about what you're committed to. Are you committed to the balancing of yourself, or are you committed to the fixation that there needs to be a balance between you and this person? And I say that because, of course, we're looking at the Two of Swords. There are two swords here, and one of them holds the seen, which you know, and one of them holds the unseen, which you are scared of and or are hoping for. Probably one and the same. So a lot of mental gymnastics, mental disturbance, physical fatigue, time spent on things that you can't change, emotional displeasure, emotional dysregulation, and fixations. Yeah, stress. So let's go right into the Six of Pentacles, because again, this is in the context of the full moon. So you're getting a chance to be complete with something, but because you showed me the Two of Swords, your completion requires your participation. And we know that the Two of Swords is a moon in Libra. So there's a sense of the other that's present, diplomacy that's available. It's air, so it is about communication, potentially, right? The swords that could be put into words. What's the Six of Pentacles, please? The only practical, real world card on the table for. So I've got the Ten of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, which is the Son of Pentacles in this deck, the Sun, and Temperance. You know what you need to do. These are the two swords. You're in the middle. There is a bright white light telling you you can transform this experience. Yeah, let's usher in a change. Let's rebirth right here, right now. We reinvent who we are. We use this light to make a mutation. We use this brand new breaking through sense of self and consciousness, and we grow. We grow from here. You are a mutable sign. This is like second nature for you. You can do it. You can reinvent yourself 10 times over, right? For someone, it's a Tuesday, and for you, you have done 2 careers, right? The other side, the other sword, is Ten of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. You want to sit with this pain. You want to sit with this burden. You want to take a closer look at why these things ended. You want to know why someone did this. You want to use this as a way to, I don't know, maybe use this as a way to fuel some other achievement, advancement, right? Like if the Knight of Pentacles has a long-term plan and this Ten of Swords has caused you immense pain, immense confusion in relationships, could the Knight of Pentacles be someone that wants to study to do mentoring between relationships? Do you want to take this pain and use it as a vehicle for something, as a way for a long-term glow up? It's still you holding on and not letting go. Let me see what's underneath. The Four of Swords. Yeah. So in this deck, we know the Four of Swords in general is a death of an idea. You have to put it to bed. There's a funeral procession after the Three of Swords, which is, again, immense pain and dissatisfaction, disappointment. You come to the Four of Swords where you make peace with it, heal it, put it to bed. In this deck, there is a lamb, the sacrificial lamb, but the sun is shining on its crown, like right there. And its third eye. And the sun is here. So you know what you need to do. I stand by that. You know what is right for you. you know that you can be reborn here, right now. But if you want to keep your head down, you want to understand why this ended, you can stay in this Four of Swords for a really long time. This is kind of like a dormant place, you know, kind of like one of those beetles that, like a powder post beetle. I don't know if you know what that is, but they live in wood. And unlike a termite, I think, which will just, you know, run through and eat as much as it can, as fast as it can, these powder post beetles can stay dormant for like 10 years. And so, yeah, you could put yourself on hold. Is that the best usage of your beautiful self, your beautiful energy, your beautiful mind? I think no. Four of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Lovers, Seven of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Magician. Four of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. That's holding on. Yeah. So in this dormant place, there's this openness to this lover's union. Waiting with hope that this will come together. What it really is, in reality, is Seven of Swords, turning your back, not being able to really sleep because you have one eye open, not being able to really live because you're pretending to rest on this. Right? There's a catch-22. Eight of Pentacles to the Magician, the work that you need to build your life, to make a net so that you can catch the manifestations that you want to bring into fruition here and now. That's your card. You know that. So Four of Pentacles is half of eight. Are you settling for half of what you are capable of in this life just because the devil has told you that somehow this was your fault? It's not. It's not your fault. Show me the Hierophant. 4 cards. So yeah, okay. It's understandable why you were committed to this for a really long time, or that you had seen this was the direction that you were meant to walk in. This is what you put all of your strength and your effort into. Sorry, I don't know if someone's at my door. No, they're not. Sorry. This is what you put all your strength and your effort into. This was the dream. This was your cup, your divine cup of love and grace. And you were committed to building with it. And so it's difficult for you because you thought that you were leveling up and holding this flame so that you can carry the torch for this. And now it's hard for you to reconcile. I was carrying the torch for that. How am I going to, what do I do now? I can't use this torch now for just like to be by myself. No, but you can. But you can. Absolutely, you can. The Knight of Wands will teach you how to. Can I see this Knight of Wands, please? Can I see this Knight of Wands? The Tower, the Eight of Wands, the Two of Cups. So it has to fall to the side. The Tower is here. The lightning is striking. We have 2 cards. You have to be excited to trust and have enough faith that it's not working because it doesn't work for you. I'm going to say that again. It's not working because it doesn't work for you. It is not shared. The balance The Two of Swords is one balance card. The Six of Pentacles is another balance card. The Two of Cups is a balance. All of these things sit in position because there is equal force from both sides. The Lovers, a card of balance and alignment. There is a weakness in you that called this person towards you, and I think that you have an opportunity to take a stand and stand up in alignment, in wholeness, here and inside your heart. And the sun has already shown you how to be the stork that brings the new life, so that you can do that. Lovers, Page of Swords, yes, learning how to put your strength into you. Page of Cups, to forgive yourself for letting your guard down, for giving your power away and going dormant. Right. Okay, let's learn. Anything else from the Lenormand? Anything that you can say that this deck could not? What do we need to know about this situation, about this choice of the Two of Swords, about this completion energy that becomes available? You know, Sagittarius is very exciting, very optimistic, very big picture, fast to understand the entire situation. Sum it up in one breath. It's also highly independent, so use these characteristics to borrow the perspective from your sister sign to know that there's nothing that you can't get through. They will burn it down. Sagittarius will burn it down. Trust. What else? For Gemini. House. Yeah. Be your own mentor. Or, again, be your own mentor, be your own support system. Now, the house is obviously home protection, but let's see if there's house and clover as a combination. Because I don't know if there is house and clover. Nope. No combination. Let's see if clover and house have something. Yes. Okay, so clover is good luck. It's an opportunistic chance for whatever it is that you've been desiring. You know, it's a small token of alignment. The universe is like, yeah, we see you, we raise you, here you are. So it's a gift. And so clover and house says here, family fortune. I don't know what that's all about, but maybe what it is that you get a chance to recognize, Gemini, is that should you not make a choice, should you sit with this Ten of Wands, this Ten of Swords, and you not progress, you not close this out, because I don't see the world here, and you revert back to the two. So you skip over the ace, right? Here's the tens. You just skip over and you try to start again. Something about this could have to do with the home that you grew up in, a fatherly figure. Let me see what the playing card is on the clover. Because a small amount of money, a gift or a loan. What? Something about the home, something about maybe not knowing how to take your investments, cut your losses. Maybe you think, I already committed to this, so I don't want to turn my back. Faithfulness, affection. Faithfulness and affection. There's a dog at a woman's seat. You want to be loyal. But this is at what cost are you going to be loyal? This is you. This is your card. This is you. This is your alignment to who you are. So, Gemini, the question is, who are you loyal to? Yourself or another? The devil is here. So fears are tripping you up. Fixation is tripping you up. The Hierophant is the rigid ways in which someone is demanding something from you for your faith, but you need to be there for you. Temperance is a Sagittarian card, and we know that this is a reading for the full moon in Sagittarius, and the full moon is only full because it has the full force of the sun. Wedding. And maybe it has to do with that lawyer. Maybe it has to do with Gemini. Hang on, I lost a call. It went flying, and now I don't see it anywhere. Okay, see. Maybe there was efforts put forward to get married. Maybe there was an engagement, or maybe you thought that this was going. Maybe you're fixated on this relationship and this commitment, the level of commitment that you were open to, the balancing out. You perhaps, you and this person talked about making great changes and working together, and you just can't seem to let go of the house, the vision, the future, the projection of where you both were going. And it's really difficult for you to say goodbye to those high hopes. That's why the devil is here. Let me see what this is. Absence. And maybe it's very complicated to imagine what it would be like to live without them, but, Temperance will show you that there's nothing you can't get through. Oof. Hard. Hard. Can I have some advice, please, for Gemini? What does Gemini need to hear? Make this message clear for them. For full moon. The Ark of the Covenant, and it's in reverse. The Ark of the Covenant in this deck, Queen of Keys underneath that. The Ark of the Covenant in this deck is about a recognition of who you are meant to build with, the covenants that you keep, the commitment that you have with certain individuals, and they are part of your path for your growth, and you for them, and what you're meant to do in this life together. And it came in reverse. And so I'm sorry to say, but this just doesn't seem like it is the person that you thought it was, or the bond that you were hoping it would be, or that it's going to get you to the places that you were hoping to get to. And while that might be sudden and shocking, Tower to the Eight of Wands, this information is certainly one that you can use to revitalize your life. Sun to Temperance. With the Lovers here, you get to redefine who you are. Nothing is ever lost. You will use everything that you've experienced here as you go forward to this next chapter. There is luck on your side. There is a support system of a house and a mentor of a fatherly figure that is somehow braided into all of this. There are high perspectives that are available to you. This woman is on a patio or a top roof of a castle, and there's serious level of abundance here. Fortune, that family fortune. I don't know what that means to you. But I do need to leave it there. I hope that if it did resonate, that it has helped you. If it didn't, that's great. It's not an amazing story to talk through, but all of us are learning from lessons that we have with other people. That is what relationships are. So for whatever reason, if you got anything to say, please leave me a comment, like, and share. And until the next time I read for you, do wish you a happy full moon. Ciao.